Hey there, and thank you so much for watching. My name is Christiana, and my channel is The Well-Behaved Wallet. I am super excited to be participating in this small business collab. I first learned about it through the lovely and amazing Abigail Haney, Abby and her channel, and I know that there are some incredible contributors as well who have also made videos. I know Q Makes It Happen and Art of the Budget have done videos that I've watched as well, and I will link any other contributors below. So I'm excited to weigh in on this topic of small businesses because my route to small business ownership is a little bit sort of different. I have kind of a love-hate relationship with it. So I'll get in because I'll get into that when I answer the questions. I saw Abby's video on small businesses and I was like, oh, it's such a neat topic. I wish I had a small business. And I was like, wait a minute, I kind of do. So I'm excited to dive into that. So question number one is, when did you make the jump, take the leap into business ownership? And the official answer, according to the government, would be February 21st of 2019 is when I filed my official paperwork. I got my short form standing, my business certificate, my EIN, and all that stuff filed officially with the government in February because I wanted to apply for my wholesaler to be able to get a wholesale certificate to buy items at wholesale costs, which I was able to do for the first time this month, which is really exciting. But it kind of takes it to a whole other level. Being official, I'm like, all right, now I gotta like step up my game and keep really detailed records, which I do for the most part, but consistency is a struggle, which I will get into. So the official answer is February. The unofficial answer, and kind of rolling into question number two, is that I've been doing what I do for about 5 years. So my business is that I sell things online. I have an eBay store that I have about 500 items, 500 and change items listed in, and that's what I've been doing for the past 5 years. So was it gradual, or how did you kind of come up to that idea? And the answer is it was gradual, but I've always been looking for a way to have some form of income generating activity, revenue. I've always been someone that's been like a hustler. I've seldom had just one stream of income. I've always done things on the side. I teach music lessons. I've kind of had like other side gigs going. And in 2015, when I started my YouTube channel, I also did some ghostwriting for a really amazing gentleman entrepreneur as well. And that kind of got me into the idea of doing things online and being able to generate income online. So that had me thinking, and I had always written out, but I didn't know how I would get there. I always wanted multiple streams of income because that's just, it's just smart, planning and business, just good to have. Like, who wouldn't want more income? And I've heard from multiple sources that the average millionaire has 7 different income streams. And I'm like, oh, that's something to work towards. So I'd always kind of kept an ear out for that. And then in 2015, what happened was, kind of listening to that, I'd done some ghostwriting, 2015, 2016. 2017, I'd been a follower of Ramit Sethi and his whole I will teach you to be rich formula. And I kind of like would look at him and read some of his books. Like, his book is I Will Teach You to Be Rich, and he has a bunch of other products along with that. And kind of following him, I got to know his philosophy, and I was kind of following some of the courses that he had available because I knew that I wanted to learn more and to grow and develop in order to create those streams of income. So in 2017, I took his course called Earn 1K, and the idea was in a month or so, however long the course was, they would teach you how to earn 1K. And the course cost exactly, like, it was like $997. So I figured, let me take that course in 2017 and I'll challenge myself to earn that much back. So I know there are a lot of different ways you can do it. You can do affiliate marketing, you can do website building, you can do, there are tons of different ways to earn income. And the way that I landed on, what I could have done more ghostwriting, consulting, what I landed on was the eBay selling things online, because I'd been watching some Nicole State videos as well, and I thought having a physical product and something that I can actually touch and like list and be able to sell like that would be slightly less physically taxing than some of their ghostwriting work that I did, because I loved it and I've always been someone who's communicated through the written word. I figured that I wanted a tangible product and that would be sort of less mentally demanding. So, which is right. However, it's a lot more, I don't say physically taxing, but there's a lot more hustle involved in a mental product. There's a lot more physical hustle involved in a physical product. So it was kind of a gradual process that I knew I wanted to, that I'd always known that I wanted to do. However, So it was kind of gradual, but in 2017 I took that class, started selling online. So that's when I officially started, was 2017, or that's when I unofficially started, was 2017, and I've been doing it. This will be my 2-year anniversary coming up in April of this year. So April of 2017 to April of 2019 will be my 2-year anniversary. So that's how my business came to be. So in terms of my revenue numbers, because I would find this interesting, and I've kind of gone over this in others, Side Hustle Saturdays. My numbers aren't super high. I do on average about $1,000 in revenue gross, and then my average net profits around $300. So it's not a huge amount, but it is scalable and there is potential there. And I know that eBay is one of the most systematic platforms that you can sell on. So it's simple to scale up your business. It's not easy, and that leads into question number 3. What is the most difficult aspect of building your business? And for me, hands down, is consistency, and just being disciplined enough to do what you know you have to do in order to accomplish what you want to accomplish. And that's really challenging. It's really challenging, just having the energy and the discipline and it's not motivation, it's discipline to apply yourself day in and day out to your business. That is hands down the biggest challenge for me, and just across the board in life, but specifically, especially in my business. Also that you're the only one, for me, because it's such a small business, and I want to keep it small and manageable, to grow based on like what I can manage, because that's the most important thing to me, is autonomy. That's why I have this, and my main motivator is to be able to have something autonomous from my day job, that will allow me to sustain myself location independent. So hands down, the biggest challenge is being consistent and disciplined and dedicated. So that's number 3. Number 4, what was your best moment within your business? And I would say I enjoy selling things. I enjoy sort of the interaction with a customer, and the fact that it's like you get paid, then you ship it out, and that it's fairly it's a quick turnover, and I enjoy that, and I enjoy finding things and sort of transforming them, underappreciated things, transforming them and giving them new homes where they will be appreciated, just by listing out what things are, being able to send them to a wider audience that wouldn't normally be able to source that item that I have. So that's what I enjoy. And there's some standard, like I call them keep the lights on, KTLO tasks, that you just kind of have to crank out, and items that are just standard. Like you find a pair of like Gap pants and you're like, okay, that's not super special, but it pays the bills. So things like that, or they just, kind of keep the machine running. But I definitely say that finding underappreciated things, for example, like we had 2 auto harps in our house, and we were just, they weren't of value to us, and I dusted them out because I heard that auto harps could be worth a lot of money. I dusted them off, cleaned them up, and listed them, and one ended up selling for like $300 and the other one for like $150. So that was really rewarding, to be like, hey, this thing that wasn't of value to me was of value to someone else. So that's hands down one of my favorite things to do. So that's a fun moment. I'd have to say also filing my official the employee enterprise identification number was exciting. Filing the short form certificate was exciting, and seeing like my actual business name on the form was exciting. The business name is Finally Yours Inc., which is also the name of my eBay store. So that was exciting too, seeing that officially. When taxes come due, I'm sure that won't be so exciting either. But again, it's where like keeping very, very meticulous records is super important. So there have been some fun moments along the way too. Also, having the additional income is exciting. However, this also goes into kind of a difficult aspect. And question number 5, what difficulties do you have as a small business owner? So those exciting moments of seeing your business name and having the additional income are fun, but one of the difficulties I face is reinvesting in my business and trying to grow it at this level, because I don't take my personal money, I just reinvest any money that the business makes back into the business, which is not rewarding and it takes a lot of discipline, because I see this money and I'm like, oh, because I have this debt and I'm on the journey to be debt free, but I see that money that I could be putting toward debt, and I'm choosing instead to reinvest in the business. And that's a little bit of a challenge, and that definitely takes discipline to do, but that's just something that I kind of feel like is a natural progression of wanting to to make this be a little bit more self-sustaining and to really build up that engine of this online e-commerce store that I have. So that's these are my answers to my small business questions so far. For the past 2 years, I've really enjoyed it. And here's the funny thing is that when I was younger, had no interest in owning a business. I wanted to make money and I was excited to make money, but I thought that there was so much uncertainty and risk and work and effort involved in owning a business, and then the government just takes it all, so why bother? And I really, like, at one point I said that's the stupidest thing, I would never do that, I would never want to own my own business. This is when I was like probably in my early, like my teens, because I was working a lot, and I would work for people who did own their own businesses, and I would see like the amount of work and headache and hassle that went into it. And I'm like, never, not for me. But the interesting thing is now, and after doing some reading and research, I learned that it's something like, I want to say 80% of all millionaires in the United States own their own businesses. And I'm like, there might be something to this. So that's for sure something that I have changed. My feelings have changed over the years. So my thoughts on business ownership have become instead, yes, seeing all the hassle that goes into it, but also the great rewards that are possible, because as you know, you grow and you live a little bit, you see that those same people that are struggling and hassling with their business also reap the rewards of that business. And I've met some people that are extremely successful and own their own businesses. And I think that's really key, as well as surrounding yourself with the right people. So that's my small business talk and where I am with my small business. I'm so excited to hopefully pass this tag on. I hope more people participate, because I love learning about this and hearing about other people's experiences. So if you have a small business, please hop on this tag. Please tag me, tag anyone else, or let me know and anyone else, so we can add your video to the description box as well. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you'll keep watching. And if you have a hustle, keep at it. It's worth it.